Greetings, Earthlings, wisdom keepers, wisdom seekers. Welcome back to Wizdom Dropz, your source by daily drops of wisdom and savvy cat astrology. Meow. We have the solemn and not so exciting topic of the shooting of Daunte Write, I believe is the young man's name. Yeah, who was killed by an officer with a fucking gun that she thought was a taser. So, we're going to talk about this in the context of the Aries new moon and explain why I think this tragic event is going to hit us a little more than others that have already happened, that have already caused quite a stir in society. We're going to talk about some of the responses that we're seeing to this tragic event, and we're going to talk about how it connects to Aries energy at the end of the day, and also the larger period of time that we're in. So, if you're new to the channel and you vibe with my content, you can subscribe. Longtime subscribers, newbie subscribers, what up? Thanks for being here. Everybody, thanks for liking this video if it brings you any value whatsoever, because it helps the channel grow, it helps the information get out. So first off, we got systematic racism. If you don't already know that, because you don't know that, you're not living that, uh welcome to the table. This is what's happening. It's completely out of fucking control. You have like, and it's not funny, but it's like funny at the absurdity of like how vast it is. And we don't need to linger in it, but what we need to get to is focus in on this topic. And that is, a woman is saying tase him, tase him, tase him, like he's some type of rampant animal. Like, and even then, we shouldn't even be treating animals like that. But when I watched that video, I was like, this is literally like the people on the what's it called when you got the animal control. It's literally like that vibration. It's like, oh, they're getting away, you gotta get them. It's like, what the fuck, man? Is that really what you gotta do? You gotta tase that individual, you know what I'm saying, and then not even tase him, shoot him? Like, that is the not de-escalating the situation. I'd rather have y'all shoot a fucking tire on his car as he's speeding away. You know what I'm saying? Then shoot him. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Even then, that would have been overkill to do that. But like, chase him down again if he's running away in the vehicle. Don't tase him, let alone shoot him. This is just bad policing. It's terrible. And it makes you wonder if it was on purpose, because she's supposed to be a fucking cop and a training cop at that. You know what I'm saying? This is not okay. There's no way, shape, or form. And the people are calling it for what it is. Absolute BS. And what's so fascinating about Minnesota and how this is responding, we're going to get to the Aries new moon part of it in just a moment. You rest assured. But what's so interesting about this happening in Minnesota is that, and what's going on there, you have protesters coming out in mass. Like, hell no, this is bullshit. You have his mother, his sister telling it like it is on the air, right? And then you have the cops saying it is a violation of curfew to be out. Gives a fuck about curfew. It's a violation of human rights to kill a man for trying to get the fuck away from the police. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, it's a violation of curfew. Please. That shit is so old. It ain't coming forward. It ain't coming forward. And we see it. We see it. And anybody who criticizes the protesters, just unsubscribe, get the fuck off this channel. Like, I don't need you. Like, we don't need you. We don't need you. We don't need you. Like, this is not what this is about. We are about liberation and peace here. And you know what? This is systematic genocide, and it's not okay. So it's so painful. And now we're going to get into the moon, though, because this is connected, and I want to give you some hope in all this. So look, we got the Aries new moon. Understand what this means for a second. Aries is the sign of self. Aries is the sign of individuality, the sign, quite literally, of identity. So this is all going down literally under the new moon in Aries, everybody. Aries is the sign of the warrior too. So we got different elements and vibrations of Aries at the table. It starts with a bad cop, Aries. Aries can be a bad cop, absolutely. Mars is the killer, you know what I'm saying? And Mars rules Aries. The planet Mars is the general of the fucking army. You know what I'm saying? I've been cursing a lot lately. I hope y'all don't mind. Maybe you do. I don't know. But it's the general of the army, and Mars rules Aries. And so the new moon is there. It's in the sign of the warrior. So this cop is definitely going to have to redefine herself. Cops in general are going to have to redefine themselves to know the damn difference between a taser and a gun. You know what I'm saying? So that's the new moon in Aries, the new moon in the warrior. Now, at the same time, the true warrior. I haven't forgotten about you. Hold on. That is Aquarius, and that is the new era we find ourselves redefining right now. Do you remember the hype in January, everybody? In December of 2020? Do you remember this huge hype? The Great Conjunction, okay? The Royal Conjunction, okay? Jupiter and Saturn, the Great Reset. You know, this is the conjunction of kings, and we still have it by sign in Aquarius. This is the conjunction of eras of society. I did several videos on this. Just put in Age of Aquarius Wizdom Dropz. Really good content if you want to learn this more. I'm referring back to that here for that 1 second. Understand the era we're entering in, okay? And now put that back into context of the Aries new moon. There will be, as sad as it is, we got Neptune in the 12th house. There will be martyrs. Daunte Write is a martyr for a cause of a new beginning. That is the true warrior. That is the free spirit, Aries. Aries is also the free spirit. You know who else is? Aquarius. Those are the only two signs I can honestly say are the free spirits of the zodiac. Sagittarius can be dogmatic as hell. And, you know, Aquarius can be as well very dictator vibration. Think Bill Gates, for example. But you know, Aquarius is also the sign of the liberator and the water pourer, and Aries is also the sign of the free child, just as it is the bad warrior and the authoritative, almost pervasive tech driven robotic government that we find ourselves encroaching upon us more and more lately, and throughout our society. But there's two sides to every coin, and I just told you one of them. The liberated independent message of the liberators movement, of the people, the individual person within the people, everybody standing up, everybody. Aquarius, Age of Aquarius, Jupiter, our philosophies we agree to, Saturn, our structures that we put in place that reflect those philosophies, okay, in the sign of everybody, Aquarius. And we're redefining self within that right now. This is the lunation under Saturn, Jupiter conjunct in Aquarius. You understand? In Aries, the lunation in Aries of self definition that is happening under this very relatively rare conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn. That's why I'm talking about it in Aquarius, the sign of the people. This is the redefinition of the people, the people, the people, and redefining self within that. So we as a people, individually and collectively, are redefining self, Aries, redefining warriors, Aries, whether that's a cop warrior or a general individual everyday you meet. We are the people person, people warrior, social justice warrior, right? Aries. We are redefining identity, Aries. We are defining what it means to be a child, Aries, as well in ourselves as a whole, and to get back to childlike truth, Aries. Okay. And at the same time that we got this going on, we got Mars, the sign that we talked about, right? Aries is ruled by Mars. That planet is in Gemini, which from the Aries new moon using derivative houses is the 1, 2, 3 third house. So we are communicating who that identity is. We are communicating third house, everybody, who the new us is individually. We are also coming up with plans. Third house is a planning house, and it's a philosophy of how the day-to-day world works around us house. It's an idea house. We are strategizing and coming up with actionable plans, third house, in relationship to how to redefine self. Okay. So, and this is also the ninth house from the Jupiter Saturn conjunction in Aquarius. So it's the communication and the redefinition of our identity and our social values and our philosophies, our social philosophies. That's what's happening. Mars is again the ruler of the new moon, so we're redefining that. You see how that plays together? Isn't it brilliant? I know astrology is so cool, dude. But you know, with that said, we could always go into so much more, but I will say the South Node is there as well. And Gemini, pay attention to that. Pay attention to that. Pay attention to that. Because Mars with the South Node is actively let go, actively release, actively Mars release, South Node. What no longer serves you with day-to-day functioning, with something about how these cop squads work, with something about how we relate to our neighbors. This is the liberation of our neighbors. Gemini, Mars and Gemini, South Node. Who of our neighbors' third house are being held captive? You understand? In their own ways. How can we treat them better in that regard? This is just some questions that the chart is reflecting for this redefinition of identity, society, the redefinition of the warrior that is the independent person, right? And yeah, martyrs in the process. And that sucks. You know what I'm saying? Rest his soul, rest everybody's soul who's transitioned. There's a lot of that. There's always a lot of that. But you know, guess what? Down the road, everybody, the next full moon is in friggin' Scorpio. So trust and believe that what's going on now, it will have a transformative impact, and it will have some deadly consequences and some really serious. Like, you don't think people are serious yet? Wait till that Scorpio full moon. Everybody's gonna get real effing serious, real effing quick. So I'm looking forward to it personally. Not to sound, you know, sensational, but hey, let's be real. These are exciting times. We're going to see some massive change. Trust and believe. Climate change, social justice, everything in our era. Whew. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about our era. Damn. With that said, thanks to everybody who likes this video, supports this channel, comments, lets me know how it's resonated with you, schedules a consultation call with me to learn astrology for yourself once and for all. Thank you again for all the support. It really does mean so much. And with that said, through next time, until next time, may the stars be with you. Peace.